Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pillars of Eternity 2. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chosen to join me today here in a forest. Or there's a Pegasus. There's Pegasus over there, they're gonna kill us. We're not gonna mess with them right now, because I want to leave them for later, because I'm pretty sure that is the problem of this. The reason why the locals here, the villagers, I don't think there's a village here, but the locals anyway think this is all cursed and everybody dies. The inscription reads, "Though we leap between isles, home is beloved Ukaizo." Ukaizo. Do we have... No, we don't, not in this game. Yeah. Ukaizo is the, let's see, can I see them over here? No. Oh, we can. Right there. Fantastic. I love this system. Ukaizo is a mythical island rumored to be somewhere in the Deadfire archipelago. Oh, that's right. It's like their promised land. Okay, gotcha. Except it's not quite the same, but it's the there's a name for that. There's like a name that is a word.
Never seen anything so pretty in my life.
It is kind of cool, but we have seen prettier things. I mean, of course, if she doesn't think so, she doesn't think so, but still. Is this golden? Kind of. It kind of looks cool. This soul flits about in hasty, panicked bursts. It eases closer to you with anticipation. They laughed at your hours studying the runic script of the ancient Huana, but here you are poring over gold inscriptions while they scratch their heads. Also, I think that pouring is not... I always thought it was pouring as in pouring water, because it's pouring over, and it kind of... But I don't know if that's the one. You promise yourself a good boast on the journey back to Nekataka. No one believes the Huana could have forged a device like the Golden Wheel, but you stay silent on the matter. The Ingwithans built more for function than beauty, and this is art. Rotating the control disc and pressing panels had you so engrossed that you mistakenly entered the wrong combination. A slit opened in the disc, discharging a gas that brought you to your knees, coughing loud enough to summon a creature whose shape you could barely perceive through the haze of pain. Boasting would have to wait. Emanating a palpable feeling of relief, the essence drifts into Shodi's lantern. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm bringing Shodi with us, although I'm pretty sure we're not missing. We wouldn't be missing out on anything if Shodi wasn't with us. I mean, the souls might miss a little bit. So this is Ingwithan. No, this is Huana. Well, I don't know what to believe. Also, it's interesting that they said that the Ingwithans built more for function than for appearance anyway. Because Ingwithan buildings in the first game are gorgeous. They're easily I mean, the game has some really pretty places and structures, but the Ingwithan buildings are, for me, they're the coolest looking by far. The dwarves did some nice things as well. Anyway, this massive golden disc is covered with intricate engravings and inscriptions. You are able to pick out symbols representing plants, wildlife, and boats, but there's no discernible order or meaning to their configuration. Okay, let's read the main inscription first. To all wayward kin, far from family shores, let this chart point the way home, that your tribe may welcome you open-armed. Engravings remember what the dead forget. Take comfort in this sanctuary, read its teachings, and let knowledge guide the hand that turns the wheels. A circular depression in the disc resembles what would be some sort of control mechanism, but its pieces are missing. Okay, let's try to look for a pattern here. It's going to be our mechanics. You can vaguely see how different points of the engraving seem to match up, forming a coherent shape in spite of being situated on opposing sides of the carving. A depression in the ring resembles... Okay, that's good. I can't do anything for right now, though, because we are missing...
Quietly now.
That's not the button I wanted to press. Oh, look at that. There's frogs. Huge, enormous frogs over... Or toads? Toads. Maybe. I don't know. Frogs and toads, the definition, I think, is where they live, rather than what the class that they belong to.
Please.
Did I not see you when I came in? I'm so sorry. Baltia.
Oh, Blanca, help me!
Thorn-covered vines encircle this Valen woman, constricting around her in a deadly embrace. Her speech gets cut short as one of the vines about her Midsection tightens its hold, nearly forcing the breath out of her lungs. Gritting her teeth, she braces against the vines and fights to steal back some breathing room.
That's stinking weed.
She regards you with tired, bloodshot eyes.
Nature has turned her hand against this woman. We must not leave her in this state, Captain.
I don't know what you are, stranger, but your kindness goes down smooth.
She manages a wan smile towards Takeo. Yeah, let's see if we can do something about those vines. As you resolve to deal with the vine once and for all, the spine of thicket green begins to glow with pale, calming light.
Thank you. Only I don't know how we're going to manage it.
She strains at the tangled mass of vegetation. Well, let me bend nature's corruption to my will, because I'm that badass.
You?
Oh, yeah.
You done this before?
Well, not really before. I'm gonna commune with the vine, tell it to release its water, and accept death. My god, I'm a powerful... Though it's Arcana, actually. It's an Arcana check. Let's go with that. You reach out with your senses, appealing to the vine to, against every natural instinct, purge itself in an act of suicide. A sickly black humor pulls at your feet as the vegetation expels the last of the rancid liquid that sustained it. What is left behind relaxes its hold on Baltia and diminishes. Suddenly you feel a crawling sensation in the back of your head.
Fiend! Remove yourself from our domain.
I like the voice. The disembodied voice batters your mind like a hailstorm before swiftly departing.
I think that did it. Agrasima.
She struggles to her feet with a pained groan, massaging her aches all over her body.
Our ship landed on the other side of the island, but I am the last of the crew, and I cannot sail her alone. May I join your voyage?
Absolutely.
I do not care where we make port, as long as it is far from here.
Yes, please. What happened to you?
Director Castel sent us. We were shadowing a Juana expedition, trying to figure out what they were after.
Her gaze wanders towards the outer limits of the visible ruin.
Corpses, all of them. But we couldn't turn our backs on the mission, so we went deeper into the jungle.
What did you find?
North of here, there is a golden disc. Big, heavy thing. One of my mates took a piece of it.
Oh, there it is.
Everything went wrong after that.
Huh.
Something took us while we rested. Oh gods. I woke up, and there was a flower growing out of my casita's mouth. I started pulling weeds out from between his teeth. Then, I got hit from behind, and woke up here.
How has this place already claimed 2 expeditions?
There is something guiding the creatures here. A woman, I think. She gets under your skin.
She raises a shaking hand to her temple.
I only caught a glimpse of her in passing. Huge. And her daughters are none too fond of outsiders.
You could be a troll. That'd be a troll druid. That'd be cool. Ogre? Actually, ogre would be. Trolls are different. I don't know if there's trolls in this setting. Can't really remember that. I know there's ogres, and they're definitely huge. Or could be just a Naumawa woman. So you mentioned something about a golden disc.
We didn't learn much. It was already missing a piece by the time we got here. The most I saw were a bunch of Juana's scribblings.
Those scribblings were made by my people millennia ago. I suppose you just wanted it for the plunder?
Not necessarily. It would have made a fetching desk at the company headquarters.
The side of her mouth twitches with a reflexive smile.
I wager it was what the other expedition came to find. Not that their luck was any better than ours.
Yeah, the problem here is the people who send you in, because you guys are completely incompetent at finding the Ukaizu place, because I'm pretty sure that thing is going to be how we find at least a lead into finding Ukaizu, or if it exists at all. I heard something in my head while I was setting you free.
That is the rotted queen, the matriarch of this blighted ruin.
Baltia aims a fearful look off into the jungle.
She has jabbered in my head since I got caught. The trees, the vines, this nightmare, Matiko. It's all of her making.
What do you suggest I do with this rotted queen?
Kill her. If ever this jungle had a shred of beauty, she wrapped her claws around its throat and choked the life out of it. You can't bargain with a creature like that. I don't care what anyone says.
Has anyone said anything about that? Because it seems like she has more baggage than she's letting on. Also, the place is... I like it. I understand what, you know, that she's destroying things maybe, but it's pretty. It's pretty. Whatever beauty this place had, it still has it. Or maybe it had it better. I don't know. I like different jungles, but these are nice jungles. Yeah, welcome to the crew. I'll see you on a ship.
Ak Casita. I will see you on board.
Snapping to a sharp salute, Baltia manages a pained but genuine grin. I say genuine, but I've heard it both ways.
If I was mad enough to tarry a moment longer, I would walk with a quiet step.
Yeah, I've already encountered some Pigras skulking around.
Ak, then you came better prepared than we did. The Pugra who guard this jungle get edgy whenever anyone steps near their trees.
That's not how it is. Like, that's... I don't have Pillars of Eternity 1 installed, otherwise I would show you. It's like in the very first line. They say they have that letter. That's not well pronounced. Anyway, the Pigra, they're Pigras, who guard this jungle, get edgy whenever anyone steps. Yeah, okay, I'll figure it out.
All those times I told Kana to eat his vegetables.
What? Sure. Kana is her brother, by the way. He appears in the first game. Now, what I want to do is there's a book. Let's see. So, it's not Adiran. That's the one. Let's see if we can. Adir Customs, Empire, Origin. Maybe it's here. There's a book, and I don't remember the name. Writing. Nope. Pronounce? Probably not. Providence Ruination. No. So yeah, there's a book in the game, at least in the first game, that goes over all the pronunciations of all the little things. And it's actually, I really don't know why. I don't like that Escape brings it back over here. It's not intuitive. It doesn't work like that in any other software. Why would it work like that here? I mean, I get the function of it. It's nice to be able to undo what you did to the, but it's just it's counterintuitive. Anyway,
let's take a look.
Let's see what that root is. It is a mace. But yeah, Pigra. There's a Buick. That's the one. Buick. That's the word. I was trying to remember what it was, so I don't need the book anymore. Cause ooh. Yeah, Buick is like one of the first lines of the first game, and you learn how to pronounce the W with a circi. It's not. Yeah, that's the circumflex, whatever that's called. Yeah, and all throughout the game you see that. And I've always pronounced it Pigra and Pigras because I figured it was the same, and it must be the same. So we've seen mispronunciations in this game already. So I'm gonna think that the actress wasn't briefed into how to pronounce that word, because of course you'd think it's a Pugra, but anyway. This tree exudes a stench of rot and corruption. Though the vines and sharp leaves twisting about the trunk appear lively enough, this is no life of nature's design. No sooner do you approach the tree than you feel a weak, plaintive cry for help issue from somewhere deep in its heart. Okay, and that is because I'm a druid, so I'm gonna trust it, and I'm gonna feel the bark and listen. Hot viscous sap runs down your hand. The life of the old tree cries out in agony, pleading for you to hear its call. You think you can sever the tree from the corruption in its heart, but it will take some work and concentration. Okay, I'm gonna have a druid whisper to the tree, convince him to give up the corruption in its heart. And of course, it's gonna be me, because Takeo can shut up. You call out to the tree using terms it would understand: growth, time, water, which are all human concepts. Appealing to its old and forgotten nature, you command it to expel the dark infection in its heart. The surrounding vines shudder and pulse in response. The thorny vines retreat into the earth. From the heart of the tree, a gurgle precedes the expulsion of dark bilious... bilious? It's bile. It's the water that's bile at your feet. Starved of corruption, the tree seems greener and more lively already. Suddenly you feel a crawling sensation in the back of your head. What are you that you trespass on our home? You will leave at once or face the consequences. The unwelcome presence in your mind pulls away with a rustling of leaves. Oh, it's one of the... Oh, she comes. Yeah.
I don't feel so sick
Delegam.
anymore.
What?
It's been so long since I felt well.
So Delegams, we found one of the... Or two of these, actually. No, there's more. In the first game, there's two that are famous. They live in the Twin Elms. And they're pretty important in... Oh, we're gonna get attacked. Oh, well. Yeah, so they... we're sneaking, so maybe we're not gonna get attacked. Yeah, and they're very important in the quest line. But they are like... what you expect them to be. They're tree spirits. They're like Spriggans? Maybe.
Mother, she will be in a fury if she catches you. Better that you leave now and never return.
Before I leave, I'm looking for evidence of Lost Ukaizu. Can you tell me anything about it?
Ukaizo.
Yeah.
The city that fell to the wrath of the gods?
Oh.
The city of degenerates who brought ruin to the Deadfire? As far as I know, it's slipped under the waves, and we are better rid of it.
That's interesting. It's a bit of a mix of names. The city that fell to the wrath of the gods. Immediately, I thought of Sodoma and Gomorrah. They show up in the Bible, and basically the same story here. They're basically cities that fell to the wrath of gods. But then she uses the word degenerates, which has a very specific modern meaning, and actually I don't think it is normally used before, like the 1900s, somewhere around there. It means to not belong to the gens, and gens means people. It's actually used in Latin. It comes from its Latin word, and it basically means not of the people. And modernly, it has more racist connotations, of course. But not just that. There's also, of course, other connotations. But it's interesting because it either means. I mean, if you, it's really tricky to detach, for me anyway, to detach it from the modern meaning. This word anyway, because what could it mean? The city of degenerates who brought ruin to the Deadfire. It seems, if you take it just as a normal insult, devoid of its historical, which it doesn't, of course, have the historical context, or at least I can tell because it's a different history. But if you take it as a normal insult, then it means that it could be a city of other people. But what exactly does it mean to be the city of God? This goes against everything else. That's very interesting. Everything that we've heard so far of this. I mean, as far as I know, it slipped under the waves, and we're better rid of it. Oh, I can't follow up on that? Oh man, I really want... Oh my god. Can we have mystical island, rumored to be somewhere in the Deadfire archipelago? Some legends regard Ukaizo as the wellspring of Wana culture. All agree that Ukaizo vanished after cataclysmic storms and volcanic eruptions blotted out the horizon, but it remains to be seen if these tales possess an echo of merit or simply romanticize an ancient fantasy. Now, there wasn't, I mean, of course, in hindsight, yeah, that's the wrath of the gods right there. You know, the volcanic storms and whatnot. But it was hard for me to figure that out, if like just without any info. Here is a very, very different take on it. It's a shame I can't follow up on it. An expedition came through here looking for evidence of it.
Were they the ones who we... Oh, gods.
She covers her mouth and retches.
I did not ask them why they came when I hurt them.
Interesting as well that she retches being a plant life. Retching has a... Or... Maybe not throwing up, but the gag reflex is not gag reflex, what's the word? You know, this sort of impulse is also connected to that. It's because of our biology. Plants wouldn't have that. You did not ask why they came. But she's not... Okay, so these are the culprits for the Lost Expeditions. But why doesn't she like that? Especially because the way she talked about Ukaizu. What can you tell me about this island?
When Kith angered the gods, a blight spread across their lands. Mother thought only of our survival. Fire, ash, and waves as high as the moon battered the Deadfire.
That's the blight.
Mother twisted us so that we could endure. We have cared for the grove ever since, after a fashion.
How did you become this way?
Mother convinced us it was the right thing. That was so long ago. Our hearts soured to everything outside of this place. I do not wish to remember.
I think I've met your mother already. In my head.
Then she must despise you, as she does all outsiders. We have been alone for so long. She does not recall the meaning of company.
She winces, the edges around her eyes crinkling with regret.
Do not provoke her. It can only mean your doom.
Well, try not to cause any trouble while I'm around, I guess. I mean, we almost got some follow-up on that, but unfortunately not.
I promise to try. I can at least calm some of Mother's allies.
She closes her eyes and concentrates. The jungle grows more serene around you.
Our mother is ill. Perhaps even beyond healing, I know not. But you must stop her. My sisters and I, we can help you in the struggle to come. Lend the others your healing hand.
I hope so. Okay, so she sees us, but she's not aggressive. Interesting. Oh, they're friendlies as well now. I wonder if they were not before. I think they weren't. Okay, let's... Oh, it's not where the Pigra lives. There's a Pigra to the west. Did I do a good thing by not going there immediately? It's Corrupted Tiger. Should have an easy time here. There's a bunch of them coming. Let's get closer. Hello, everybody. Look at what I have. You love me very much. Oh, man. Okay. All of you love me very much. That's good. That works quite well. I think these are friendlies now. They even have unarmed, so they're in combat. I mean, not from here, though. Yeah, Ichiza is not feeling too well. If I can do this fast, which I can't, because I need to bring you closer. I think Ichiza is gonna die. Let's try it. Let's try it. Nope, Ichiza's dead. There's never time for that.
I think I can pull that off.
What? Are we not doing things properly here? Okay, let's get another beautiful... Oh.
Absolutely.
Slogging through. Why did you go back here? Maybe I did a formation. This is so powerful. Basically everybody becomes one of us. Okay. This one is pretty good as well. And it's all powerful because it's her perception. Actually, her accuracy. 60. I bet it's not even the best. Oh. It is. She's the best at accuracy. That's good. Because it's all down to perception. But unfortunately, perception is not really... Perception builds are kind of meh. Because 1 point of perception only adds +1 accuracy, which is 1 percentile to hit chance points. So it's not that great.
What can I do?
It is very used. Shut up. They're not even just normal things. Are you using... Yeah, sort of. It's fine. Let's do this. And let's get gouging strikes.
Stand together.
The dare's taking quite a lot of damage. Bring it to the front so I can do this.
Nothing I can do.
Your orders?
Okay, you did that already, didn't you? Go ahead and do that over there. Good stuff. Circle of protection. Right there.
Your orders?
Another one. Oh, yeah.
What can I do?
And then this. Blinded. All good things. Fast mode? No need. Whew. This place is tougher than it seems. Either that or as we grow more powerful, the game is feeling less afraid of telling us battles are going to take a long while. And I'm just sort of judging. Did we get that? We did not. I'm sort of judging the length of battles on how easy they're gonna be, and that's not necessarily the case. Okay. So that does become more green over there. Very sickly green, but still. Let's see what we have. This fragment of a soul vibrates, not reverberates, I guess it's the same thing, with a sense of deep worry and hesitation. As you draw closer, it drifts towards you with a sense of blind urgency. You pant with exertion as you flee, clutching an ornate golden ring in both hands. The hip-deep water slows your frenzied escape, but you persist with some tattered memory of hope. A pained shriek rings out from the jungle. You turn back, distracted, and manage to run headlong into a towering form. A creature swivels her attention down at you. She plucks you up with a bony talon as she would a doll. Through the haze of disorientation, you make out her pitted face and milk-white eyes. Cackling, she snatches the golden ring and hangs it on the branch of a tall, gnarled tree. She tells you of the awful fate you'll suffer, feeding her grove, watering her children, but she makes it all sound like an honor. You wish you could believe her. The vision disperses in a cloud of pain and confusion. Swinging her lantern softly, Shodi lures the soul into its depths. And not the depths of the soul, into the lantern's depths. Important to make the distinction there. Oh yeah, that they were spawning in. I think it's because I was pressing tab. Anyway, we're out of time for the day, so let's continue exploring Motare Okodzi next episode. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pillars of Eternity 2. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.